Hi everyone, this is Cindy with Creating the Heart, and today I am back with a third style on a pop and twist card. This is probably my least favorite because it's not super exact. My favorite's probably the SVG cutting files, which is the second one that I did, because it makes an A2 size card and everything just fits so perfectly. It really is the easiest one, I think, out of all of them. And with that, you can use any cutting machine that you have. You can use your Cricut, you can use your Silhouette. So, there's just a lot more freedom with that style. But if you don't want to use a cutting machine, you don't want to buy a file, you do have another option, and that is to use May Made It tutorial, which I will link to in the video. And the problem with that one is it's not very exact, and so I don't know if their measurements were off a little bit, but no matter what I did, I felt like there was something kind of missing, and so it just is a little bit wonky, but I think it's still going to come out cute. So it does make an A2 size card, and you do create something very, very similar. But like I said, I feel like something was off on the measurements or maybe how I did it, but I did it like 3 times and it just felt wonky. So I had to kind of had to trim it down and kind of play with it to try and create this other crease to make it work, only because I had had experience in making the other ones. So this is my least favorite. I think it's got a learning curve, and I think that something is not quite right with the measurements. So it just didn't work out really well for me. But someone else might do it and do a much better job. But it didn't work for me. So anyway, it does make this house just like the other ones do. And you can look at that and play around with it. She also has the measurements on her blog as well. So she has directions on how to make it. It just didn't come out really well for me, and I wasn't real happy with how it turned out. So that's just me. And maybe I was just being picky, but yeah. But I'm still gonna make a card with it and see how it comes out. But really, if you have the $3, buy the file from SVG Cutting Files. It's really, really good. It makes something very similar to this one. It makes an A2 size card, which is awesome. It's just kind of what I in particular want to make. And it just is really, really nice. I think it will be the closest feel to buying one of the dies. And for $3, it's way better than buying a $25 or $30 die. Okay, so it's not totally perfect. And so it does make the mechanism when you open it up. And then you kind of have to freehand or measure your own little places here, which was easy enough. That was easy enough. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part. But, I just didn't have a lot of success making it, and maybe that's just me. That's the reason why I have a electronic cutter. But I went through like 3 sheets of paper trying to make it work, and this was like the best of my attempts. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer this, and then I'm going to try and properly layer my other piece, my fold-up piece, which is what the pop-up does. Okay, so I'll make this one my front. So here it is right here. And I've got this piece, which I've gone ahead and I've scored, and it's, ready to go. And so the main thing with this is that you want to properly line up your center line. It needs to be lined up is kind of the most important thing, because that's the part that's going to help you pop up. And if you don't have it lined up correctly, then you're going to have problems with your pop-up, because that tends to be sometimes my problem. So in this case, I'm just using my ATG. And then, of course, we do the opposite side over here. And you could use score tape for this if you really want to make sure it's down really well. I'm not that concerned about this. Let's see, we've got some problems up here. See, it's just, see how it's like a wonky size up here? I'm just telling you, it's not my favorite. Not a fan of this style card. I mean, of this particular method. So let me try to get this thing to close properly. It's not bending, so I kind of have to work it a little bit. And let's see if I can get it to close. There we go. So just like the other ones, you kind of have to work it a little bit so that it will open and close for you. So it's working. Okay. So there is that, and that's just part of the learning curve with doing this type of card. So I've got my pieces here that are already cut out. And so the paper I'm using is the Doodle Bug. I forget what it's called. Forget what it's called, but it's their little fairy tale paper. It's called, I have it right here. That, because someone asked me from the last one. So Fairy Tales paper pad from Doodle Bug. Super cute. So I thought this would be just a very, very cute kind of thing for like a little girl's birthday. And my daughter absolutely loves this style of card because I showed her, you know, this card, and she just absolutely, you know, loves this pop and twist card. So it'd be really, really cute, especially in this paper for a little girl's birthday. And there we go. Okay, so now I've got some cute little pieces that I'm gonna kind of play with. I thought I had a third one. So I'm gonna put this one here. And these are all from the little, what do you call them? Little die cuts. Thought I had another one. I'll go grab another one. Isn't that cute? So this makes it really, really easy to make a card because then you're not having to stamp and cut out a bunch of images. Okay, so let me pull that out so you can take a look and see. So these are the cutouts. Isn't that adorable? Just cute little. So it's really about finding ones that fit the space. So cute. And so that's the inside. And then we're gonna, you gotta train this sucker to close. It takes a little bit, but see how it's just, I don't know, it's just not that great. I'm not real thrilled. So it's just not precise, I think, is my problem with it. That's why I really enjoy the die cuts, because you get just something so much more precise. You know everything is going to fit properly, which is really important with a card like this, because it's a lot of work to make it and then to not have it close properly. It's just kind of a pain. And I didn't like the Cricut one because it was 4x6, which is just an odd size. Okay, so I've got some clouds, and this is actually from an AliExpress die. So go ahead and put that And then this one, I have it propped up a little bit just for some dimension. I do love this style of card, and I probably can make 50 more just because they're so much fun to make. But I am going to move on to a different fun fold style. I haven't decided what I'm going to make yet. I usually like to make a couple of them. So there's that. And then I've got this cute image. This is from the Greening Farm. I just colored it in with my Copics. Something else I just got was chameleon pens. I haven't tried them yet, but I just thought they'd be just something fun to do, to play with. I don't know if anyone else out there has any chameleon pens, but they just seem fun. They had them at Michael's, and then I was going to buy them there, but they gave me a hard time with the coupon or whatever, so I was just annoyed. So I ended up looking on eBay, and they had them for really, really cheap. So I went ahead and just bought them from eBay, and I'm going to give them a go, see what I think. I mean, they won't replace my Copics, I'm sure, but just something different and fun to try. Okay, so here's that. And then I have some sequins. I'm going to go ahead and lay down some glue. A bunch of sequins that I want to put down. So this glue dries clear, so don't be worried about this glob of glue, because was a little heavy-handed on that one. And the last one. Okay, so, and this glue, in case you're interested, is the art glitter glue. Okay, so there's that. So here's my card with that glue dry. So here's the front, which I think is super, super cute and fun. And then you open it up, and ta-da! The little saying says, "Play with fairies, ride a unicorn, swim with mermaids, chase rainbows." So I thought that was really, really cute. And then it just got the cute little die cuts, and then you could put like a happy birthday or something right here if that's what you want, or a thank you, or however you want to do it. And then just close it up, and I think it's the perfect card for a 10-year-old girl. So thank you for watching. This is Cindy, the Queen with the Heart.